Ever notice how some folks just seem to like have this knack for building really successful businesses?
Yeah, for sure.
We've been doing a lot of deep dives lately into some of the strategies
Hmm.
these successful business people use, and
Mhm.
it turns out there's kind of a pattern.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it all seems to start with high income skills.
Okay.
So those are like the really in-demand abilities that can make a difference out there in the marketplace.
It is fascinating, I think, how focusing on those specific skills can really lay the foundation for a thriving business.
Yeah.
Um, we've identified 5 key skills that we see popping up again and again.
Okay, like what?
So coding, content creation, copywriting,
Hmm.
project management, and sales.
Okay, so that's a pretty diverse range. What's the common thread between those?
The interesting thing is they all revolve around providing real value to other people.
So it's not just about like having a skill that is, in demand. It's about how that skill can actually deliver something that people are willing to pay for.
Exactly. Instead of chasing after just any random business idea,
Right.
we should first focus on developing these valuable skills.
Okay, so it's like building a solid foundation before you start like constructing the actual building.
Yeah, exactly.
But that also sounds like a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the payoff here? Why not just try to start earning money right away?
Well, that's where things get really interesting, I think. The magic really happens when you become a master of your skill before you start chasing the money. If you can confidently demonstrate your ability to get somebody a result even before they pay you,
Right.
you're building incredible trust and value right from the start.
Oh, okay, I see. So it's kind of like proving yourself before you ask for anything in return.
Precisely. Let's say, for example, you're a coder
Yeah.
and you built this simple app that solves a very specific problem for a friend of yours.
Right.
It doesn't have to be some big, huge project. Right.
But even something small like that showcases your ability to deliver actual results.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You're not just talking about what you can do.
Mm-hmm.
You're actually proving it.
So you stand out from the crowd. You're not just another person on Upwork or Fiverr saying that you can do something.
Right.
You're someone who can show people that they can do it.
Exactly. And that kind of leads us into the next crucial step, landing your first paying client. It's all about showing potential clients what you can bring to the table.
Mm-hmm.
A really effective way to do that is by offering a free sample of your work.
Okay, so like a try before you buy type of approach.
Yes, exactly. This gives clients kind of a taste of what you can do
Mm.
and helps build their confidence in you.
Okay, so it's not about just getting any client though, right?
Mhm.
It seems like finding the right client
Mhm.
is also really important.
You're absolutely right. Ideally, you want clients who are truly invested in the outcome.
Right.
They understand the value of what you're offering.
Right. They're more likely to be engaged, to give you good feedback,
Mm.
and to become long-term partners.
So you've got your skills.
Yeah.
You've landed that first client.
Mm-hmm.
What's next? How do you keep the momentum going? How do you start to really build a business?
Well, that's where marketing comes in.
Okay.
It's all about getting your name and your skills in front of the right people.
Uh-huh.
Think of it like building a pipeline.
Mm.
You constantly want to be attracting potential clients who are interested in what you do.
So what are some like really effective ways to build that marketing pipeline?
We've found that using a bunch of different strategies together tends to work the best.
Okay.
So think about publishing content that showcases your expertise.
Mm-hmm.
You could try running paid advertising to reach a larger audience.
Okay.
Forming strategic partnerships can be really good.
Yeah.
You could tap into those existing networks that are already out there.
Mm-hmm.
And even utilizing public relations to get yourself featured in different media outlets.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like it's not just about like doing marketing.
Right.
It's about being really strategic.
Exactly.
Choosing the right channels and platforms for the people you want to reach.
Yeah. You want to find those places where your ideal clients are already hanging out.
That makes a lot of sense.
It's about being efficient with your efforts
Yeah.
and focusing on where they're going to have the most impact.
So you're building your skills, you're finding clients, you're getting your name out there.
Right.
But at some point, it feels like things could get really overwhelming.
Mhm.
How do you manage it all?
That's where the power of delegation comes in.
Okay.
One of the smartest moves you can make is hiring an assistant.
Yeah.
Someone who can take on those tasks that aren't directly generating income,
Mm-hmm.
but still need to get done.
Oh, absolutely. I think everybody has those tasks that they just wish they could hand off to somebody else.
Yeah, for sure.
Can you give an example of one of those?
Um, think about something as simple as processing mail. It needs to be done,
Mm-hmm.
but is it really the best use of your time and energy?
Right.
You could be focusing on activities that are directly going to contribute to your business growth.
Okay, so it's not about, like, just randomly offloading tasks.
Right.
It's about strategically freeing up your time and mental bandwidth
Mm-hmm.
for those things that really move the needle.
Exactly. There's a helpful framework we use called ATF, audit, transfer, and fill.
Okay.
First, you audit all your current activities
Right.
to figure out which tasks can be delegated to somebody else.
Okay.
Then you transfer those tasks to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, you fill that newfound time with income-generating activities or strategic planning.
I love that framework.
Okay.
ATF, audit, transfer, fill, super practical, easy to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we're getting into the,
Mm-hmm.
really down and dirty of running a business.
Right.
But there's this one aspect I think a lot of people find intimidating.
Oh, yeah.
Sales.
Yeah.
Any tips for mastering that art of sales without feeling pushy or uncomfortable?
Yeah, I think the key is to kind of shift your perspective on sales.
Okay.
It's not about pushing your products or services on people.
Right.
Think of it more as enrolling them into your world,
Okay.
helping them to see the value you can provide.
I like that phrasing, enrolling people. It feels much more collaborative, less transactional.
Exactly. To be good at sales, you need to understand where potential clients are coming from.
Okay.
There's this concept we call the buying pocket.
Buying pocket.
It's all about figuring out where people are on the confidence spectrum.
Okay, this is new to me.
Yeah.
Could you explain a little more about what the buying pocket is and how it works?
Yeah, sure. So think of it like this. Some clients might be a little underconfident.
Okay.
They're not sure if your solution is right for them.
Mm-hmm.
So they need a little bit of reassurance, maybe some proof that it works.
Right.
Other clients, on the other hand, might be overconfident. They think they can do it all themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They need a little nudge
Yeah.
to see the unique value you can bring.
So you're meeting people where they are,
Exactly.
tailoring your communication
Yeah.
to their specific needs, their mindsets.
Precisely. It's all about building that trust,
Yeah.
addressing their concerns, and ultimately guiding them to that sweet spot
Mm-hmm.
where they're ready to make a decision.
This is really insightful.
Thanks.
It's starting to, like, click for me now.
Uh,
How all these different pieces fit together to create a successful business.
yeah. And this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
As your business starts to grow,
Yeah.
you'll need to learn how to build and manage a team,
Mm-hmm.
streamline your operations,
Really.
and take your marketing to that next level.
This is a lot to take in.
Yeah.
But I am feeling inspired.
Good.
I think we need to take a short break here.
Okay.
But when we come back,
Yeah.
let's dive into those next stages of growth and really explore how to build a business that thrives and lasts.
That's good. It's kind of crazy how quickly a business can start to grow once you have those basic elements in place.
Yeah.
But with that growth comes new challenges.
Right.
And that's where having a good team becomes super important.
That's actually a perfect lead into what I was going to ask you about next.
Oh, okay.
We talked about hiring an assistant, but as your client base starts to grow,
Right.
I imagine you're going to need more than just one extra person to help.
Yeah, for sure. If you're the only one delivering your product or service,
Right.
you basically become a bottleneck.
Okay.
It limits how much your business can actually grow.
Right.
And it puts a lot of pressure on you to do everything.
Yeah. It's not sustainable.
That's why you want to start thinking about building a delivery team.
Okay. So it's not just about having people to answer emails or
Right.
schedule things.
Right.
It's about having a team that can help you actually, do the work.
Yeah, to fulfill those promises you made to your clients. Right.
Actually deliver the value that you've been talking about in your marketing.
Okay, so you build that team. Then you're free to focus on the bigger picture, like, strategy,
Right.
innovation, things like that.
Right. You can build relationships with key clients.
Sounds like a win-win.
It is.
Your clients get better service.
Yep.
And you get to do the things that you're good at.
Exactly.
But I'm guessing as you scale up that delivery side of things,
Uh-huh.
your marketing also needs to level up.
Yeah, for sure. At that point, you might want to think about bringing on a dedicated marketing person.
Okay.
Someone who can really make sure you're consistently attracting new leads
Mm-hmm.
and maximizing your reach out there.
That makes me think of a conversation I had with a friend of mine recently,
Oh, yeah?
runs a marketing agency.
Mm-hmm.
And she was really struggling to get new clients
Oh, wow.
because their own marketing was so inconsistent. It's feast or famine.
Right, right. And it was only after they hired a dedicated marketing person that things really took off for them.
Yeah, that's such a good example.
It's hard to do it all yourself.
It is. It is. Having someone who can really focus on marketing is so important if you want to grow in a sustainable way.
Absolutely.
But there's something else that I think people often miss.
Okay. What's that?
Even with a great team, you as the business owner, you can't stop learning.
That's so true. It's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day whirlwind of everything and forget to work on yourself.
Yeah, that's why finding a good coach or mentor can be so valuable. They can offer guidance, share their experience, and help you avoid those really expensive mistakes.
So many successful business owners I've talked to, they say that coaching was like a turning point for them.
Right?
It's like this shortcut to knowledge and experience that you wouldn't have been able to get on your own.
It's like compressing years of learning into a much shorter period of time.
Yeah.
And, as your business continues to scale, you're going to get to a point where you probably need a dedicated sales team as well.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, the more leads you're getting,
right,
it's not going to be possible for just you or even you and your marketing person to handle all those conversations.
Exactly. That's where having a good system for sales is so key.
So it's not just about hiring a bunch of salespeople and hoping for the best.
No, it's got to be more strategic than that.
Okay.
You need a process that you can repeat, that you can teach to your team.
Right, so they can be successful too.
Exactly. And as your team continues to grow, eventually you're going to have to bring on people to help you manage all those day-to-day operations.
Wow, so now we're talking about a real company.
We are.
Not just a one-person show anymore.
It's exciting. Hiring leaders allows you to kind of step back from those daily tasks and focus on the big picture.
Yeah.
Your vision for the company, your overall strategy.
Well, that's got to be a huge shift for a lot of entrepreneurs who are used to controlling every little thing.
It is.
Letting go could be scary.
It can, but it's a necessary step if you want to reach that next level of success.
Absolutely.
But remember, building a business is not just about reaching some arbitrary size or hitting some revenue target.
Okay, so what's it about then?
It's about personal fulfillment. It's about making a difference in the world.
Okay.
And that's where building your own personal brand comes in.
Oh, this is something I've always been curious about. Everyone's talking about personal branding these days.
They are.
What's it all about? And how does it actually help you build a better business?
It's not just about having a fancy website or a cool slogan, It's about becoming known as an expert in your industry.
Okay.
Building a reputation that attracts opportunities to you.
I see. So when people see you as a leader, as someone who knows their stuff, they're more likely to trust you, do business with you, and even recommend you to other people.
Exactly. It goes beyond just your company or your products.
So it's about sharing your knowledge, your insights, letting the world know what you're thinking about.
Right. You could do that through writing articles, maybe speaking at conferences, sharing valuable content on social media, even just being involved in your community.
It sounds like it all comes down to consistency.
It does.
You got to show up regularly and share your expertise in a way that people understand and appreciate.
Right. And you should choose platforms and ways of communicating that feel good to you.
Yeah.
Some people love to write. Others are great on video. Some are amazing at connecting with people in person.
Right.
You got to find what works best for you.
Yeah, play to your strengths.
Exactly. But then commit to it.
So this is another aspect of building a business.
Yeah.
Where I could see it feeling overwhelming for some people.
For sure.
It's like, where do you even begin?
Right.
And how do you find the time when you're already busy doing a million other things?
That's a great question. And it brings us to something that's really important to understand.
Okay.
Building a business is a marathon, not a sprint.
I like that.
It's a journey. There are going to be ups and downs, unexpected detours, times when you feel super excited, and times when you just want to quit.
Okay, so for anyone who's listening and feeling like they need to achieve everything overnight, this is a good reminder that building something meaningful takes time.
It does. It takes dedication, and it takes a willingness to keep learning and adapting as you go.
It's okay to start small.
It is. Yeah. You don't need to have all the answers figured out on day one.
Right.
You don't need to launch some massive personal brand campaign right away.
Just focus on making steady progress.
Yeah.
Celebrate those little wins along the way. And be open to trying new things.
It's easy to get caught up in comparing ourselves to other people.
Oh, yeah.
And feeling like we're not doing enough or moving fast enough.
The comparison game is dangerous.
It is. It's so important to remember that everyone's journey is unique.
Mm-hmm.
There's no magic formula that works for everyone.
Yeah. As we're talking about all this, it's striking me how all these different pieces of building a business are connected.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just about mastering a skill or building a team or even doing great marketing.
Right.
It's about how all those things work together to create something truly special.
It's like an orchestra. You have all these different instruments playing their parts.
Right.
But together they create this beautiful, harmonious sound.
So it's not just about the bottom line, the financial success.
Right.
It's about creating something that reflects you.
Yeah, something that you're proud of.
Yeah.
Something that shows your passion, your vision.
This has been really eye-opening.
I'm glad to hear that.
I feel like I'm seeing the bigger picture now. Understanding those underlying principles that make a business truly successful.
And remember, this is just the beginning.
Okay.
The more you learn and apply these principles, the more you'll discover about yourself, your business, and your own potential.
We've covered so much today.
We have.
From those foundational skills to building a team, marketing, and even developing that personal brand.
It's a lot to take in, for sure.
But I think our listeners are probably ready to hear what comes next. What are those final pieces of the puzzle that can really take a business to the next level?
That's a great question. And it leads us into the next part of our exploration.
Okay.
When we come back, we'll dive into those last crucial elements that can really make a difference. Stay tuned.
Okay, so we're back and ready to really get into those final pieces that can take a business from good to great.
Right.
We've talked about the skills, building a team, the marketing side of things.
Yeah.
What else is there? What's missing?
Well, we've covered the what and the how, but I think there's this one really crucial piece that we haven't talked about yet.
Okay.
The why.
Oh, okay. You mean like the purpose behind the business.
Exactly.
The driving force that keeps you going even when things get tough.
Yeah. Yeah. Having that clear vision,
Right.
that sense of purpose, it's like having a compass.
Okay.
Guides every decision you make.
I like that. So it's not just about setting financial goals. It's about defining the impact you want to have.
Exactly.
The kind of legacy you want to leave behind.
Think about it. The businesses that really stand the test of time, the ones that are really successful, those are usually the ones that are driven by a deeper purpose.
Okay.
This desire to solve a real problem.
Right.
To make a difference or, create something truly meaningful.
Yeah. So when you're passionate about what you're doing, it shows.
It does. It does.
And that passion is contagious, right? It spreads to your team. It attracts the right customers.
It creates this ripple effect.
So you've got your vision. You've got that sense of purpose. Your team's on board.
Yeah.
What else do you need to really make sure things are built to last?
Any successful business needs a solid foundation of systems and processes.
Okay.
Kind of like the infrastructure of a city.
Right. Okay.
The roads, the bridges, the utilities.
Yeah, the things that keep everything running smoothly.
Exactly.
So we're talking about things like having clear workflows, standardized procedures, and efficient ways to manage information and resources.
Yeah, it's about creating a framework.
Okay.
So your business can run well, even if you're not there watching over every little detail.
Especially as your team grows, you can't be everywhere at once.
No, you can't.
You got to have those systems in place so that everyone's on the same page.
Exactly. It's about having that culture of accountability,
Right.
Of efficiency, and always looking for ways to improve.
Well, this has been amazing.
Yeah.
We've covered so much.
Yeah.
From mastering those high-income skills to putting together the right team to marketing yourself, building your personal brand.
It's a lot.
But it feels like we've just scratched the surface.
There's always more to learn, right?
Yeah.
More to explore, more to achieve.
It's a journey.
It is.
And I think what's so inspiring about all this is realizing that anyone can build a successful business if they have the right attitude.
Right. The willingness to learn and grow and the courage to actually take action.
It's not about luck
No.
or some special talent you're born with.
It's about putting in the work,
Mm-hmm.
about not giving up and genuinely wanting to have a positive impact.
So for anybody listening out there who's feeling inspired to get started,
Yeah.
what's the one thing they should do? Where do they begin?
Start with that passion, with your purpose,
Oh,
your why.
right.
What problem are you trying to solve?
Mm.
What value are you offering? Yeah.
What kind of mark do you want to leave on the world?
That's such a powerful place to begin.
It is. When you're driven by that sense of purpose,
Yeah.
the challenges become opportunities.
Right.
The setbacks become lessons.
Yeah.
And the whole journey becomes so much more rewarding.
And remember, you don't have to have all the answers figured out from the start.
It's okay to not know everything.
Yeah, be open to learning.
Mm.
Find some good mentors. And surround yourself with people who believe in you.
Exactly.
Well, this has been an incredible deep dive. Thank you so much for sharing all your insights.
It's been my pleasure.
And to everybody listening,
Yeah.
remember, you have the power to create something truly amazing. Go out there and make it happen.